So I'm going to sing a song. Speaking of, I know in the last panel a lot was mentioned about the kind of co-optation of Islam by fascist forces and by imperialist forces. So thank you everybody for coming back. So as I was saying, in the last few panels, a lot was said about Islam and the co-optation of Islam by fascist forces, but also the capacity for great commitment to social justice and peace. And I'm going to sing a song by a communist Pakistani poet named Faiz Ahmed Faiz. Faiz Ahmed Faiz is one of the most beloved national poets of Pakistan, who won both the Nobel Prize for Literature and the Lenin Peace Prize. And even though communism was very heavily repressed in Pakistan, he's beloved by everybody, by friends and enemies. He was so feared by dictators that his performances were banned, and his poetry and performances were banned. So he wrote the song that I'm going to sing. It's called Hum Dekhenge, which means we will see. We will see one day. At the height of the repression by General Zia al-Haq, who seized power, I think in 1977, and instituted a regime of fascist Islamist oppression. And so the whole song, I think you'll see, it's kind of about saying, no, the form of Islam actually belongs to the people. Islam is about liberation. Islam is about peace and love, and it's about the oppressed, throwing down the crowns of the oppressor and instituting a new world. I learned the song from a YouTube recording by Iqbal Bano, who is a very famous ghazal singer, and she defied the ban on his poetry and performed to an audience of 50,000 in 1985. And if you like my song, if you like my rendition of the song, I really encourage you to go to YouTube and look up Iqbal Bano, Hum Dekhenge, because to hear that song is to hear history. When she sings the line, Sab taaj uchhale jayenge, it means when all the crowns will fall. The audience just goes crazy, and she can't keep singing because people are clapping and yelling the famous cry, Inqilab Zindabad, which means long live the revolution. I also want to say I'm not trained in this tradition of singing. No, I mean as in I was trained in the Carnatic South Indian tradition of singing. I learned for many years. And I'm also originally from a Hindu cultural background. So I had to learn a lot of these references to Islam. I didn't know them. But despite these differences, and despite the obvious difference that I'm originally from India and the song's from Pakistan, I could recognize the kind of shared intercivilizational history of these two musical traditions. And I can also recognize the universal language of resistance in this song as someone who's committed to justice. And last thing I just want to say, as an organizer, I'm always trying to understand how do you translate these ideas of change in a way that speaks directly to people's experiences and speaks to their hearts. So we can build trust with them, so we can move forward and become human beings together. And I think the song is an example of how to do that. So that's why my comrade Nandita has provided a translation that I hope all of you have, and I hope that you all enjoy the song.
All right, Magna!
हम देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे, लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे, लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे, वो दिन के जिसका वादा है, हम देखेंगे, जो लोए अज़ल में लिखा है, हम देखेंगे, वो दिन के जिसका वादा है हम देखेंगे, जो लोए अज़ल में लिखा है हम देखेंगे। लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे। जब जुल्मों सितम के कोहे गरा रूई की तरह उड़ जाएंगे, जब जुल्मों सितम के कोहे गरा रूई की तरह उड़ जाएंगे, हम महकूमों के पाँव तले ये धरती धड़ धड़ धड़केगी, और अहले हकम के सरों पर जब बिजली कड़कड़ कड़केगी हम देखेंगे। लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे। वो दिन के जिसका वादा है हम देखेंगे, जो लोए अज़ल में लिखा है हम देखेंगे। जब अर्ज़े खुदा के काबे से सब बुत उठवाए जाएंगे, जब अर्ज़े खुदा के काबे से सब बुत उठवाए जाएंगे, और अहले हकम मरदूदे हरम मसनद पे बिठाए जाएंगे, सब ताज उछाले जाएंगे, सब तख्त गिराए जाएंगे, सब ताज उछाले जाएंगे, सब तख्त गिराए जाएंगे, हम देखेंगे। लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे। वो दिन के जिसका वादा है हम देखेंगे। लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे। बस नाम रहेगा अल्लाह का, बस नाम रहेगा अल्लाह का, जो गायब भी है हाजिर भी, जो मंज़िर भी है नाज़िर भी। बस नाम रहेगा अल्लाह का, जो गायब भी है हाजिर भी, जो मंज़िर भी है नाज़िर भी। उठेगा हक का नारा, जो मैं भी हूँ और तुम भी हो। उठेगा हक का नारा, जो मैं भी हूँ तुम भी हो। और राज करेगी खल्के खुदा, जो मैं भी हूँ और तुम भी हो। हम देखेंगे। बस नाम रहेगा अल्लाह का, जो गायब भी है हाजिर भी, जो मंज़िर भी है नाज़िर भी। उठेगा हक का नारा, जो मैं भी हूँ और तुम भी हो। और राज करेगी खल्के खुदा, जो मैं भी हूँ और तुम भी हो। हम देखेंगे। लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे। वो दिन के जिसका वादा है हम देखेंगे, जो लोए में लिखा है हम देखेंगे, लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे।
I'm so glad I heard the truth. This poet is named Nicholas Gillian. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Gillian, right, Nicholas Gillian. His full name is Nicholas Gillian Batista. Born July 10th, 1902. He died July 16th, 1989 in Havana. A Cuban poet of social protest and a leader of the African-Cuban movement in the late 1920s and 30s. His commitment to social justice and leadership in the Communist Party made him the national poet of a revolutionary Cuba. I chose the poem called I Have. When I see and touch myself, I won with nothing only yesterday, and won with everything today. And today, with everything, I turn my eyes and look. I see and touch myself, and I ask myself, how could this have been? I have, let's see. I have the pleasure of going about my country, owner of all there is in it, looking closely at what I do not nor or could not have been before. I could say cane, I could say mountain, I can say city, say army. Now forever mine and yours, ours, in the vast splendor of the sunbeam, star, flower. I have, let's see, I have the pleasure of going, me, a farmer, a worker, a simple man. I have the pleasure of going, just for example, to a bank and speak to the manager, not in English, not in sir, but in compañero, as we say in Spanish. Let's see. I have, let's see, that being black, no one can stop me at the door, or a dance hall, or a bar, or even on the rug of a hotel. Scream at me that there are no rooms, a small room, and not a colossal one, a tiny room I can rest. I have, let's see. There are no rural police to seize me and lock me in a precinct jail, or to tear me from my land and cast me in the middle of the highway. I have that having the land I have, the sea, no country clubs, no high life, no tennis, no yachts, but from beach to beach and wave to wave, gigantic blue open democracy. In short, the sea. I have, let's see, that I have learned to read, to count. I have learned to write and to think and to laugh. I have that now. I have a place to work and earn what I have to eat. I have, let's see, I have what I